Hey folks, I'm Shay Parker, this is RTFM, and today I'm doing another How to Teach. Now the first two videos in this series were all about what to do leading into your rules explanation, but now I want to get into the nitty gritty. From here on out, each video is going to be diving into something specific that you can do to improve the teach itself. And they're also going to be focusing on one of two important aspects, keeping people's attention or effectively presenting information. I'm going to start with the first one. So let's say you're teaching a game. Let's say you're teaching this game, Trismegistus by Board and Dice. Here you're playing an alchemist who is transmuting elements from one thing into another as if the rules of God and man don't apply to you. And you got a cool cat and a beard. And it's complicated. It's good. It's complicated. You see, the board is covered in symbols. You got all these dice and cards and chits, and it seems like every single rule is tied into another rule. It's very easy to lose people when teaching a game like this, and you want to avoid that as much as possible. Best way I found to do that? Make it fun. I'll give you an example. In Trismegistus, you got a lot of symbology to contend with. On the elements board here, we see lead, copper, tin, mercury, iron, silver, and gold. On top of that are three alchemical essences, salt, sulfur, and ether. None of these are written on the boards, which makes it great for language independence, but when you got an in-depth system of rules that you're trying to remember, little things like the names of these symbols, it's going to go right out the window. During my first teach, a player looked at these and said, okay, this is triangles, this is pizzas, this is the devil, and we came up with a list of names that we all ended up laughing at. Now at this point, I could have been like, okay, that's very funny, but let's get back on track, try and remember what things actually are, kept things serious or something, I guess. But I didn't do that. One, I don't like that guy. But two, at that moment, everyone at the table was engaged and having fun. So even though it's a slight diversion, I roll with it. And I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering what the symbols are myself. So whenever I forget, I use one of the nicknames. This validates the jokes that the player was making, and it leads to me saying things like, let's say I want to turn the devil into a boy. So I spend a pizza. Because of this, I'm one step closer to mastering pizza, so I move my marker up on the pizza track. It was a little silly, but it's kind of the point. A lot of people have trouble focusing hard on a thing, and so if you introduce a little bit of levity, that just reduces the pressure a bit. As we played through the game, we learned the right names for things, but I'm always going to call this pizza. You can't stop me. Now, what I have given you here is a very specific example, and you're going to need to tailor it to your group and your game, but the broader sense of it is this. You're hanging out with your friends. And yeah, you need to get the rules out in order to play the game, but the game is there to facilitate a good time. So if you approach this like a professor in a lecture hall, your friends might just take on the role of students. We weren't all great students. So if you don't want your friends to fall asleep in class, just give them something that they enjoy learning. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that this has been helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye.